He's a crest. Oh, itchy head. Macaronis are one of the crested species. You've got it. He's got those long yellow feathers sticking up on top of his head. Let me introduce you. This is Macaroni 173. He was one of the birds that is hatched right here in SeaWorld, California. He's about a year, year or 2 year old, because of his ID number. He's a 2-year-old macaroni. Hi, buddy. What do you see? And it is just so exciting down here. There's something floating in the air that I can't see that he can. They've got, for example, they've got amazing eyesight. Penguins in general, anything that's floating like a fly or a feather, he'll zone in on that and he'll just kind of follow it around all over the place. They've got awesome eyesight on land as well as in the water. Oh my goodness, and they're super curious. So we'll give him a minute to kind of cool down. Well, not really cool down, warm up, I suppose, chill out. Kind of get used to the change in temperature, see if he's calmed down, and we'll see if he'll be nice enough to let us come up and say hi and see what it feels like. But see how he's scratching out all that extra down. Penguins spend a huge chunk of their day preening their feathers because it's probably the most important feature that they have. It's what is keeping them warm in that cold environment. Penguins are birds. Although they're flightless, they spend almost all their time in the water, and this is their only insulation. They don't have blubber like a sea lion or a dolphin that helps keep them warm in a cold marine environment. It's only the feathers that a penguin has. What are you doing, buddy? He doesn't have hands to investigate with. On a penguin, we call these flippers instead of wings, since they don't use them for flight. They use them for propulsion in the water.
Is that bird?
No, he's just checking me out. He doesn't have his hands, so he uses his bill to see, oh, what's this? What's going on over here?
Do all penguins have the, we passed through earlier, the gentleman was talking about they have like 3 layers of feathers. Do all penguins have
like layers? Well, what you're seeing here, and we'll talk a little bit more about feathers later when we have, when you guys switch and go upstairs, so we have some samples that you can actually hold and see the structure. Structure of a feather is a little different because they've got little tiny feathers that are all over their flippers, down to the tops of their feet, and even on the tip of their face. You're only seeing the tiny tip of that feather, and they've got a lot of down that's growing underneath that's also attached to the feather that's working to trap air close to their body and keep them warm. So it's a very unique structure of a feather, and probably it's easier just for you to see it than for me to describe it.
online? So,
Well, or you can hold it. Because we've got to hold it, and then you can feel what we've got over here. Are you going to be nice enough to make some new friends and let people touch you? What I'm doing right here is I'm scratching him on his head, and he is being a good neighbor. Penguins alloprene each other, which is a kind of a communal, they're a very social animal. They live in a colony, which is lots of big family of penguins. And he's always preening and fixing the feathers on his body, but he can't quite reach the ones on the top of his own head. So if I give him a little scratch here, he's going to be a good neighbor and maybe preen my messy feathers too. Aww. I want you guys to come up, and we'll see if he'll be nice enough to be friendly with everybody over here and see what his feathers feel like. He just went swimming, so he's a little wet. We'll have you come on over. Let me move him this way for you. Hi. Oh my goodness, my hair's all over the place. I'm moving close to you right here. And have your hand come back over, and this is his back, so you can feel his feathers that way. Oh, he's preening your arm. He's preening your arm. He's fixing your messy feathers.
Oh, thank you so much.
Very good. As long as he stays gentle to preening, there's a very fine line where penguins say, oh, I'm preening, oh, I'm preening. Oh, no, I'm preening. A little bit rough. This is one of the younger birds. Do you want to scratch on the top of his head? Here, feel right over here. Feel how soft those feathers are. There you go. This guy's loving it, but he's all over the place. Oh my goodness. You're actually helping us today. This is behavior enrichment for him. Something our big fancy is a term for things that are new and exciting for our animals. But our penguins, we have about 350 birds that live upstairs. Awesome. Do you want to touch him too? Yeah. We have time for everybody. We'll come up one at a time just so it's not as intimidating. He's kind of all over the place.
Oh wow. Very different than what you think. Oh, what was that? Oh.
Very good. You want to come on up? Since we're kind of in a line, we'll just kind of go down the line over here.
Do you want me to take a picture of you
Those
with
are
your
kind
camera?
of just unique markings that this particular penguin has. Maybe mom and dad had a
You want
couple
to
little
with your camera?
spots. Macaronis, their skin is pretty. uniform in color, or they have the pink, but if you see the Magellanics up front, they have really mottled skin, kind of black and white patches, and they have a lot more different markings, and usually on their face and on their chest.
Sure.